You know what that sound means? It's another episode of Game for a Movie, where we ask, are you game for a movie? I am your host, Mike. I am joined by...
Jill.
Andre.
Claire.
Claire!
It's a rare Claire sighting.
It is a rare Claire sighting. We are all together, which is another weird thing, because it feels like it's been a while.
It has been a hot
It's been
minute.
a bit.
Yeah, and especially it's been a while with us podcasting.
Yes.
We have been a little distracted with some stuff in life, which is okay.
Scheduling conflicts, etc., etc.
Exactly.
Work happens.
But we're drinking.
We are.
What are you drinking, Jill?
Well, it is the second to last day of Passover, so I am not imbibing any beer. My little workaround is I just went straight for the hard liquor, and I am having a hurricane made for me by Andre.
That's right.
I know it has overproof rum.
Yeah.
And why don't you walk us through?
So it's just 2 types of rum in there, and I, by accident, used the same distillery. It's Plantation. You got an ounce of overproof dark rum and an ounce of Plantation 5-year rum. It's good.
If you've had a hurricane in New Orleans, you're probably recoiling with the memory of you vomiting it up in a corner.
At Patio B's.
Making one at home is much, much better. So. You guys can't see it, but Claire is flipping Andre off.
I mean, I hardly think that...
I don't think our crowd knows that story, Claire.
Well, no, but I also think that...
Just know if you're ever in New Orleans and you go to Patrick O'Brien's, which claims to be home of the hurricane, there's a corner in there that you can take a picture and know that that's where Claire vomited.
No,
and
it wasn't a corner, it was the bar.
Likely thousands of other people, let's be real, every year probably vomit out
of that place has been vomited
it's been coated in vomit.
Yep.
It's true.
We're off to a great start.
We are.
We've become Bomcom.
So yeah.
Oh my god.
Anyways, that hurricane, I like that recipe a lot.
It's a great hurricane.
I cribbed it from Anders Eriksson on YouTube.
Oh, we love Anders.
Good cocktail guy. Anyways,
he's a Chicago guy.
He's a Chicago guy.
Love Chicago guys.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Cool.
Andre?
I also went ahead and made myself a cocktail. It's a La Louisiane. It's another New Orleans drink.
What was that?
La Louisiane.
You didn't push up your glasses, hold your pinky up.
Yeah,
and...
pinky out.
Wee wee.
Wee wee. Well, is that Cajun? That doesn't seem very Cajun. Yeah, it's a New Orleans cocktail with a lot of whiskey in it. It's very nice.
Nice.
And I like it. And as my second drink, I got on deck an acronym, a brewing beer. Acronym is from a local craft brewery in Akron. It's the Wendigo. It's a double red IPA.
Wendigo.
Is it Wendigo or Wendigo?
Wendigo.
Yeah,
Wendigo.
Yeah.
I would say Wendigo.
I say Wendigo.
Double red IPA. Good stuff.
Heard people say Wendigo.
Never heard Wendigo.
It's probably a Supernatural reference.
Maybe.
I feel like I've heard that they definitely had a Wendigo in Supernatural.
Was the second episode.
We watched the episode. I saw that episode.
Yeah. And I've been obsessed with the Wendigo. Actually, it's really something that I love as a creature of lore and everything like that. So
if you want to pour this guy, you're welcome.
Huh?
If you want to pour this guy,
well,
maybe. We'll see what happens.
I'll get the taste.
Depending on your folklore, Wendigo is a spirit that comes about when people resort to cannibalism in a gruesome way, and they cling to life, but barely, and they transform. It has roots with American Aboriginal.
Yes, it's very northern. There's a lot of American, there's Canadian, there's 2 different myths of it, but it's all basically the same thing of cannibalism. There's the spirit, and then there's the idea as well, not a spirit per se, but a changing of the human. So, yeah. Whoa. It's also been known as long pig.
Long pig.
Yes.
Long pig.
The idea is they get longer and their bones
like a were pig.
Weird.
Yeah.
Anyways, this beer's good. This beer's tasty.
Yeah.
The only thing it makes me hungry for is the company of good friends.
Aww. So you can
Don't
eat them?
Don't eat us.
And that ends the cryptid
segment. We're not staying for dinner anymore.
You are the dinner.
Yeah, right.
Last time I come on this podcast.
Got some fava beans and a nice bottle of Chianti.
Oh my god.
Claire, what are you drinking over there?
I'm drinking a long drink.
Long pig?
No.
Long drink?
Can't see the side I am giving.
I can hear it.
It's good. It tastes like a Fresca, if you've ever had one.
What is the main alcohol in it?
Gin. It's like a canned mixed gin drink that tastes like Fresca.
Very refreshing.
Gluten-free and 0 sugar, according to that white one there.
Yeah, this one. They have different cans for different things.
So. Move over the
it's
hard
nice. It's balanced.
Yeah,
it's good.
Most of those canned cocktails are candy sweet, but that's really good. So,
Well, I have 2 beers here. I will start with my backup first because I want to save the one for next. I was working a couple weeks for trivia at Black Pond Brews, so I brought one of theirs. Connecticut. It's an hour and a half away from our house. So it's a great spot. I do love it a lot. I don't mean to shit on it because the drive is just miserable. But this is their Tears of Amber Ale.
Oh.
It's very good. We'll do some tasters probably of that because it is very good.
It is good.
The big one that I have, because I saved it for this podcast, Broadbrook Brewing Company has a series of beers called the Gigawatts series. All of them are based on Back to the Future. So the first one they had was a Gigawatts Special Double IPA that was delicious.
I'm sure.
This is a triple IPA called Flux Capacitor.
I can't try it, but I want it.
Oh my god.
Wow.
The first taste, and I knew I was in trouble.
What's the ABV on that? I asked because I want it to be the exact amount of gigawatts. I don't know if it's
I actually don't
if
know.
it's under, like, I don't know if it's like 9.8 gigawatts. I forget the exact quote.
I actually don't
That's
know.
a drink it if you're playing the Back to the Future drinking
Right.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see anything on here, so
Okay.
Can I see?
Yeah, of course you can.
She's gonna inspect.
I'm gonna also look up the quote.
The quote,
for
right?
Gigawatts.
Because just to know, like, what, like, it could be. Either way, it looks awesome.
It does
Very
look
hoppy.
awesome.
Because the funny thing is, I think you're way off on what's
10.5.
So I don't like it.
1.21 gigawatts.
Okay, so that's a. Okay, that won't work.
And this is 10.5%.
10.5%.
Which
Where
is
did you
pretty.
say that?
It's on the side. It's
10.5 is
already
pretty
passed
heavy,
it.
man.
Turn back. It's like in the area where it's like the Surgeon General.
Okay.
That's
Right
almost
above
more.
Well, I'm
than
gonna. Yeah.
enjoy.
Oh, nice. There it is. Yeah, I was just gonna say, you just smell it and it's bad.
Gross.
I don't
Yeah.
like IPAs. I think they're disgusting.
Damn.
I know I'm out.
I mean,
out
Andre was
here.
telling me how he's starting to move away from the concept of
I am.
IPAs
I used to be
all
like,
end all.
IPAs are the only beers that I drank, and now I'm like a little over it. Like I will sometimes, like, you know, usually will gravitate more towards the porters and stouts, just because, you know, sometimes it can be a lot to just drink. A
I
full
accidentally
pint
got a
cone.
stout yesterday.
Accidentally?
Yeah.
That's
The guy behind the bar, he says, we have Founders. So I was like, oh, it's like an
Founders.
all-day IPA.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah, so I was just like, oh, yeah, sure, I'll take a Founders. And he gives me the stout, and I was like,
A founder stout. That's not what I would think, but sure. How
Yeah.
was it? Was it good?
it was okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people like it better. I'm not a huge stout person, but I can have one or two here or there. So that sound in the background is a cider being gotten
Yes.
from Jill.
That is okay for Passover ciders.
That is okay.
Yes.
But yeah, well,
That is what we're drinking currently.
Well, our person on deck just went into the kitchen. I don't know what the grabbing
Also
a.
almost knocked over one of your liquor bottles.
Please
so.
don't do that.
Well,
It'd be very sad.
wasn't an intentional.
This one's
effort.
not as sweet.
So ostensibly, this is a movie about, or this is a
This is a
podcast
movie
about
about-
movies, right?
yes, we
I
do
haven't
drink a
told
lot.
that.
We do drink a lot, but we
But-
also watch movies while we drink.
Yes, we do. And you guys have 2 movies for us.
We do.
We do.
So, Jill, why don't you kick us off with the first movie?
Yes.
Yeah. Was it a week ago? Wow, it was almost a week ago.
It's been a long
little bit.
time.
You know how every now and then you'll be in the movie theater or you'll be on YouTube and you'll see a trailer for something and you know immediately that you need to see that film?
Yeah.
Preferably on the biggest screen you can find.
Yes, the
That-
unbearable weight of talent, of massive talent. Yes,
That's
Which just
today.
came
that's
out.
I know.
Are you wearing your shirt?
No, I'm not
under
wearing
there?
my shirt.
Wow.
I am
that's
wearing my
this-
Johnny Clipboard shirt.
Oh, nice. That's pretty
Johnny
good.
Clipboard.
Johnny
There you go,
Clipboard.
Browns fan.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Form-
Sorry,
well,
Jill.
whatever.
Jill,
Don't want to
Sorry,
get into
keep
that
going,
right now.
Jill.
Distracted.
for me, that movie was Everything Everywhere All at Once by the directing duo The Daniels.
The Daniels.
Their name might sound familiar. They directed the late 2010s farting corpse movie Swiss Army Man
Swiss
with
Army Man. Okay.
Daniel
Daniel
Radcliffe,
Radcliffe.
Yeah.
and
Paul Dano.
It is Paul Dano.
Yeah.
Domhnall Gleeson or is it Paul Dano?
It's Paul Dano. Yeah.
It's Paul Dano and Daniel Radcliffe. That is a very strange movie, but if you are not put off by the concept and are just kind of open to it, I highly recommend seeing that film. I saw that with my sister in Boston.
Let's let you see it.
It's really good. I saw it in a theater with literally 2 other people besides me and my sister because
that
that
lines
movie
up.
was not well received.
It was an interesting.
I mean,
movie.
like,
Yes.
just the
I
whole
waited.
byline
Can
of
we
that.
agree
Yeah.
that Paul Dano looks great dressed as a woman?
Yes.
He
I
really
need to refresh
does.
on.
Very, very attractive.
The Riddler.
Riddler, Little Miss Sunshine.
Little Miss Sunshine. There will be in Cold Blood. No, there
Will be blood.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Blood. Oh yeah, that guy.
He's
Yep.
the one
Yeah.
who the milkshake line is thrown at.
Yes.
Yes.
I also showed the Daniels directed a music video for a band we like called Joywave, and they directed the music video for Tongues, which is one of Claire's favorites.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
That's what I was showing you.
So I don't want to say too much about the film because this is one of those where the less you know, the better.
It's also hard to explain
yes,
almost
it is
in a
very
way,
hard
right?
to explain. But I'll start with who's in it. It stars Michelle Yeoh, Ke Quan, and Stephanie Hsu. Ke Quan might sound familiar to you if you are a fan of the late 80s films Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom and the Goonies. He is Data. He took some time away from being in front of this.
A lot of time away.
You know what? Yeah, fine. A lot of time away from
Maybe like
being in
decades.
front of the
Yeah.
screen. He's done a lot of stuff in Hollywood behind the screen, primarily in stunt coordination, but this is his first film appearance in quite some time, and it's quite refreshing to see him.
That's awesome.
Dude, it looks like he hasn't missed a beat.
He
like
has
he's
not.
like
He also looks like, and I mean, he didn't look awful as a child actor.
No.
But he had a glow up. Like,
Oh,
He's
absolutely.
he's coming to his own.
yeah.
Right.
But what his distinct voice is still there, and that
Yes.
really, and he uses all of his abilities of acting to the greatest potential in this film. You see so many ranges, and the same is true for Michelle Yeoh. I almost called her Michelle Kwan. Michelle Yeoh, and James Hong is in this too, and
Yes.
he's.
If you don't know who James
great.
Hong is, you've definitely heard his voice. Is
Yes.
all I will say.
Yeah.
He is in Mulan. He is in Kung Fu Panda. What more do you need to know?
Yeah.
Rush Hour.
Rush Hour. Right.
Yeah.
I don't think I've
Like,
actually seen Rush.
I don't
Hour.
mean to I feel like Hollywood
Even
kind
I've
of.
seen
What?
that.
What? Really?
Which is saying a lot because I don't watch nearly as many
No.
movies as you guys.
Yeah.
I was busy.
Okay,
I was.
I mean, I
we're
guess
gonna
we
pause
should-
from
You
that.
were
Move
busy
on.
for, wait, what, 15 years?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
What?
So I mean, we should give at least like the premise of this
All
movie,
right.
right?
Hang on, I
Yeah.
forgot to mention Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis is in
And
this
Jamie
too.
Lee Curtis is in this too.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Jamie Lee Curtis. So
She-
yeah, the what do you what's going?
I'm just IMDbing.
Oh,
For
okay.
I'm
us-
showing her that Jamie
For
Lee
us
Curtis-
dumb people here, aka Claire, who's never on this podcast.
So what is
Um,
this movie about? It's about family.
Oh my god.
It's about family.
Let me just give you the
Family.
hopefully the
Okay.
back of the DVD. I'm gonna try to take a stab at the back of DVD
You forgot
like
Harry
paragraph
Shum
here.
Jr.
He is great.
He's
I
great.
don't want to spoil anything about Harry Shum.
Yeah,
Jr.
right. We don't want to spoil.
Okay.
Basically, so this movie centers around a Chinese, a Chinese American family that runs a laundromat. Michelle Yeoh is the main star. She's kind of trying to hold the whole family together. It opens with her just trying to balance all of her all of her receipts basically because they found out this laundromat is kind of failing and under hard times and they're being audited. So she's just trying to scramble to get all of these like handwritten receipts all in order. And then her husband is played by Ke Quan. Is about to serve her divorce papers, and then their daughter is kind of struggling with the fact that her mom doesn't accept the fact that she's gay. She's trying to bring her girlfriend over for dinner because her grandpa is coming over from China just to see them for the first time. So she's trying to get Michelle Yeoh's character to say like, "Hey, can my girlfriend come to the dinner? And like, can you tell like grandpa what the situation is, etc., etc." And Michelle Yeoh's basically in denial about it. So basically, the main most of this movie takes place in an IRS building because, like I said, they're getting audited.
Yeah.
They have to go and present all of these receipts to just make sure that they don't go under, right? And their auditor is Jamie Lee Curtis. So, on the elevator ride up, basically, like Michelle Yeoh's like family life is just. Evelyn's, I should say, if you use the character's name, Evelyn's family life is fracturing at the seams. You know, she's trying to be impressive for her father, who's very disapproving of affection
never
to America,
her.
etc., etc. And in the middle of the elevator ride, like her husband, Waymond, yes, thank you, has a totally different personality. Just suddenly he used to be like kind of this more meek, self-spoken guy. Changes his personality, turns to Evelyn and says, You need to
save the multiverse.
Yeah, you need to save the whole universe right now. There's no time to talk, no time to explain. Wear this headset thing. The multiverse is in danger.
We need you.
We need you right now.
Can we pause for a second? Because
Yeah.
literally right before that, I was thinking, wow, this sounds like a great like snapshot movie. Like it's like a snapshot and
Slice
someone's
of
like
life?
not like
Yep.
a whole like
Yeah.
narrate. Okay,
This ain't a
mind
slice of
blown.
life.
And that's where I'm gonna
apparently not.
That's where we'll leave
that's
it.
where we'll leave it, and that it becomes a multiverse movie. And I don't
And that's
need
not
to.
a spoiler if
No,
you've seen any
that's in the
trailers.
trailer. That's in the commercial or whatever.
Yeah.
It's called multiverse jumping, and so Evelyn has to become the savior of the universe and travel to multiple universes and live multiple lives to save the multiverse. And that's the only plot I kind of want to give away.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
You forgot about the best actor name though.
who?
Biff Whiff.
Biff Whiff.
Biff Whiff.
I don't know
He
who
played
Biff
Rick.
Whiff. And who's Rick?
I don't remember who Rick is.
It's this guy. Old man, white beard.
Oh, he's a laundromat attendant.
Yes, he's the laundromat. He's
His name is Biff Whiff.
Biff
Well,
Whiff.
That's
he-
his real name?
And
Biff
he's
Whiff.
Biff
getting
Whiff.
over his wife's dying.
Yes, that's true.
Oh. Well, Biff.
I don't
Not
know.
pivotal
Oh,
to
Biff.
the story.
But it's weird. It's weird. It's manic. There's a lot of different film styles. There's a lot of different art styles.
Yeah.
None of that's a spoiler. And it's like what I said at the top of this. The less you know going into this, the better, because it's just a insane ride that by the end of it, you're just almost whoa.
It helped.
What did I
I literally felt all the things. This was probably the funniest movie
You
I've
felt
ever.
everything
Very
everywhere
funny.
all at once?
Yes.
Yes.
Honestly, like it is hilarious.
No.
It's like it's at times a fun like action martial arts movie. It's like a laugh out loud like comedy movie.
Yeah.
It's a deep
It's-
sci-fi film.
It's a really intimate story about family too.
Yes.
It's
Nice.
such a it balances with all of like the whole scale of the story is wacky and huge, but the characters themselves are really grounded and small, right?
Yeah,
Like
you never,
it feels intimate.
You
Yeah.
never get overwhelmed by the story and forget about why you're even watching this and why
Right.
Evelyn's character fits into this, or
Got
how
it.
every
Okay.
other character kind of has a place.
Okay.
And yeah, no, it was a great film. I have concerns of it getting green knighted for next year's Oscars.
Meaning
It's too early.
Too
Yeah,
early.
It's too
Well, that's
early.
my biggest lament of this film is it shouldn't have come out in April.
Yeah.
It should have come out September, October.
Do you think
Right.
there was that much concern of like how it would do? Is that why it came out?
No,
I don't know,
I don't
because
think the
it's-
Daniels care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's a limited theater release, right? Like we had to drive all the way. We had to do it twice,
There was only
20
like 3
minutes away,
theaters in
right?
Connecticut.
Yeah.
Well, there was
So
there was
where did you go?
We went to Plainville.
We went to
It was in
Plainville.
yeah.
But
it's for free.
there was a
Yeah.
screening in Southington at 2 today, and because we've been off today, I was kind of like, oh yeah, we should go, everything
should.
like that. But then it would have been rushing to get here to
Yeah.
record and everything.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
now I'm not gonna lie. Now I'm.
You should see it.
It's
Just
really
to
good,
Support
and
this
it's like,
movie.
We'll
and
find
this
the
isn't
time.
just like if you love sci-fi, it's like no, like it's almost not even the point. Like
Yeah.
it's just
Right.
It's just unique.
It's just,
yes,
Yeah.
one of the most
There's-
unique films I've seen.
yeah.
Nothing wrong with
And
being unique.
all of these actors are firing it on all cylinders. And
Jamie Lee Curtis also underspoken. No, I don't want to say MVP of the film. Like no,
she's not
everyone's
the there was no MVP. All of them are.
everyone is banned at least 300 on this movie.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
even-
Yeah,
They're all
yeah.
doing great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like refreshing because
Yes.
you know we're in a time I feel like where like everything is like sequel, prequel,
Yes.
Everything is so
remake.
rote.
Yes.
And it's like the same thing over and over. So it sounds
Which is-
like a nice refreshing.
Yes.
Which is funny you bring up
Movie.
sequel because the rest of the episode is
All
sequels.
sequels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we were gonna.
There's nothing
start
wrong
on a
with
high
that, but it
note.
just
Yeah.
sounds like
No,
like
absolutely.
a very good
Yeah.
like if
Yeah.
done well, sequels, prequel, all that stuff, remakes are fine.
Yeah.
But it sounds like a nice,
And
refreshing like
I think we both
original
agree
movie.
we'll readily buy this on Blu-ray
Yes.
or
Nice.
some
I
sort
want
of
it with this
physical
film.
media. Yeah.
I want to support this film, and as we were saying about like concerned about how it would do, like I said, I don't think the Daniels give a shit.
Yeah.
I want them to keep making them whatever movies they want to make because they continue to be out of the box and weird,
Yeah.
but very thought provoking.
I mean, Swiss Army Man was thought provoking
It's
and
an
weird.
existential crisis
Yeah.
with a corpse. It's a great film.
Well, and it also makes sense, like we were saying about Joywave and everything like that. Their song is off the rails too,
it's
so
a weird song.
it really
Great, but
works with those two as well if they're
Yeah.
thought provoking and weird. Okay, so let's give it a rating.
Do you want to go first?
I mean, dude.
There's
Dude?
one I want to say, but I can't say it because it's a spoiler.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
I think you know what I'm talking about.
all I will say, I'm going to give this one 5 raccoons out of 5.
I'll give it 5 out of 5 fanny packs.
Nice.
Yeah.
5
I
out
like
of 5.
raccoons and fanny packs.
Yeah.
Then you'll like this movie.
Yeah.
Our friend, if you listen to our Oscars episode as well, our friend Mark says it's easily his favorite movie of the year thus far.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's still early, but he doesn't think it's going to readily be knocked off.
There's not going to be
Yeah.
another weird... I would say The Unbearable Weight of...
I would be
Massive
shocked.
talent.
A massive
Massive talent.
So that movie, I haven't seen it. It just came out.
Yeah.
That movie at least is in the quadrant of semi-weirdness
Yeah.
that Everything Everywhere at Once just shoots beyond the border of.
Right.
Right.
But as far as I know, I haven't seen a trailer for a film that's going to be so unique and weird.
I don't know. I don't think I could call this a perfect movie, but I also don't really know where I would point to be
Where-
like,
I don't even
oh,
know
I didn't
where-
like this part.
And
that,
like
you know.
it's long.
It is long,
You're gonna
yeah.
feel the length of it, but in a good
way, right?
Okay.
It all
There's nowhere-
feels
Yeah.
manufacture's not the right word, like deliberate. There we go.
Yes,
like you know,
deliberate.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
deliberate.
This is an
Okay.
intentional. Every scene and every scene,
When you
every
feel
item,
exhausted,
every
it's
character is
you're meant to
intentional.
feel exhausted, overwhelmed, etc., etc.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
They know what they're doing, those Daniels.
That's
Yep.
Daniels.
So it sounds like in Claire terms, there's no good time for a pee break.
No,
Hmm.
go before the film.
I will try.
Well, we can't go and do what we did for our movie, which is drink during the movie.
Yeah,
We'll get-
we'll
Nice.
get to
we'll
that.
We'll get to
there.
that though.
I wonder, isn't there like an app that tells you when the right
Run pee.
time? What's
Yeah.
that?
Run pee.
Run pee.
But
I wonder
I
when
can't-
Run
Mike
pee
has
would
been
tell
using
you.
We'll look
that
that up
for
later.
Yeah, we'll look it up
Yeah.
later. We'll look it up later and see if
Well,
we agree
Run
with
pee
her
got
choice.
bought up by somebody.
Okay.
I know one I would have used it for your film.
What? Oh, I know exactly where I would
Yeah.
if I feel bad.
I
It's
don't
also
know
a good
exactly
app
when we would
to
use
know.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
We
Oh,
were
no, I
like-
misheard. Yeah,
App,
yeah.
It used to be an app, and now it's been absorbed by AMC. So if you
Oh.
go to movie details on any AMC movie,
Yeah.
shout out AMC, you can find the run pee times.
It's where we saw this movie.
I
so
want to
there
close
was-
out
yeah.
and say that Michelle Yeoh is a gorgeous vampire of a woman.
Yeah.
and
She is
she's
beautiful.
she's not getting older, and
She ages
she's a-
like fine wine.
yes, she's
Yeah.
fantastic. I want to go back and watch
Every person in the principal cast is just
yeah.
awesome.
I want to watch
Just-
all of her films.
Woo!
Just back from the
Good save.
start with at the
I remember
beginning.
my first beer, rookie.
Yeah,
Not even
well, you know,
beer.
This isn't my first beer. This is my second-ish.
Okay. Speaking
Michelle-
of second,
Yeah.
we've got a second movie.
Whoa! Mike with the
Segue.
segue. Holy shit!
Don't fall off that mountain with your segue.
This is my life. Just so
Yeah.
you all know. This is why I don't come on the podcast.
Because when you're
'cause I
here,
live
you're
this
family.
every day.
Oh, I love it.
I will say they
Dear
didn't
God.
disappoint with the Olive Garden.
They didn't disappoint with
They
Olive
did not
Garden.
disappoint us.
I told Andre I would
We
have
should
been
probably
so upset if
should
there
probably
was no
tell them
Olive
what
Garden.
we're talking about here. We're talking about the blockbuster movie that's sweeping the nation right now, Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Oh my
That
god.
porcupine speed.
The
Hey,
movie
man.
that made Jim Carrey retire. Got it.
Yeah, right.
Hey, I was talking with the patient last night. Granted, he was like in fifth
Sediment in
grade,
my
but he was
cider.
very into the Sonic movie. Sonic 2.
Yeah, well, I
This
think
cider is fresh.
we are all over the place. I think
Hey, we are.
think it's a really good point because
I'm not
like
even drunk yet.
I think they know exactly what they're doing. This is the exact right time to try to make a Sonic franchise because this is making a whole new wave of Sonic fans.
It's
Yeah.
right?
pandering, but it's
You're not only getting the dumbass nerds like me that are pushing 30 or 30 to 40 really if you're the Genesis kid, but you're also like a whole.
There were kids in the theater,
You know.
and they loved it.
Oh yeah, well it's a kids movie.
I mean,
you
it's
know?
a
like,
kids movie, yeah.
I
Like,
don't care, but like for this,
this
for
is the second one of them. You know, like we know exactly what this movie
Yeah, but like,
is.
I guess for me, I know it's a kids movie. I'll never lose sight of that fact. But the fact that there were kids in the theater for this property that has been around since even before I was born was just kind of endearing.
You keep saying there's kids in the theater. It reminds me of the worst kids movie experience I ever had in a theater.
Well, it
Oh,
wasn't
boy.
Doolittle.
No, it was two guys, myself and Adam Claus, in the movie theater for Peanuts, the Peanuts movie.
Oh,
Okay.
but the Peanuts movie's good.
But it was only us two.
So,
Two, 20-year-old guys.
Yeah.
have you never seen a movie by yourself before? Like, not
Mike
sorry,
was
but,
like
like in
king
an
of
empty
movie by
theater?
himself.
Plenty, but a movie with another guy that's about kid stuff.
I saw
Yeah.
Coco with myself and a family, but it was like I guess dad and boyfriend, and like the kids were bored, but dad and
Were you
boyfriend
all
or dad and dad.
sobbing?
bawling like tears.
I will also say though, with you, like it's a little more. I think when guys go to
Yeah,
a
I think
kids
it's
movie,
a
There's
guy
just
thing.
too many.
Yeah.
Okay, that's sad.
I know it is sad.
Oh, it's
yeah.
very sad. We're getting down
No,
a rabbit
no,
hole here.
I
and
mean,
didn't
well,
mean to-
well, yeah, I remember
Stigma,
that my other
seeing a
experience.
movie alone, whatever gender you identify with.
When,
Yeah.
when I went to go see the Lego Movie in theaters, my mom was visiting, and she
Your
made the
dad
joke.
walked out.
No, that was the
You
first.
said the Lego movie.
Sorry, Lego Batman movie. Sorry, you're right. Lego.
Oh yes, the worst Batman. Got it.
Oh
Best
gosh.
Batman.
Well, so my mom liked the Lego Movie, right? So she's like, "Oh yeah, let's go see that. I'll watch that with you or whatever." And then like, yeah, I was definitely the oldest person there. And
Yeah.
she's like, "You were definitely the oldest kid in that theater." Huh? And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, okay."
Yeah.
Anyway, this is a big digression.
Yeah.
This
Anyways,
is
back to Sonic 2.
Sonic 2.
Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I mean, you know exactly what that movie is, right? Like, if you...
Well, I was going to tell you, just spoil it at this point, because I doubt we're going to see it until it
Never.
comes out on
Sorry.
something.
Okay.
I like
haven't
Sonic
seen the
2
first
and
one. I mean,
Sonic
it's-
3. It's
I
those
haven't
games
seen any of
mashed
them.
into a movie.
I mean, like,
Okay.
Idris
I
Elba.
don't even need to give, like, a whole plot summary. Yes.
Idris Elba made an animated Echidna Hut.
Okay, Joe, let's table
I'm
that
pro.
one.
Apparently it's a meme,
It
sexy
is
Echidna.
well, because he said in an interview, like leading up to the movie, he's like, "Yeah, like I didn't do a sexy echidna voice, or I didn't do a sexy voice for
just
Knuckles,"
my
and I'm
voice.
like, "It's just my voice." I'm like, "Bro,
Okay.
yeah,
Your voice-
exactly." Like,
Your voice is
What?
leather.
Yeah,
Yes,
Sexy
exactly.
no matter
Okay.
what you do.
yeah,
He's trying to
Sorry.
downplay his sex.
So Sonic 2
Sonic 2.
takes place.
Sonic 2.
Takes place a couple months after the events of the first one.
Yeah,
Okay.
indiscriminate amount of time. Yeah, you're right. I guess the credit stinger for the first one was Tails showing up,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it's if you
Colleen
like the first
O'Shaughnessy.
Sonic, it's
Yeah,
more than
Colleen
that.
O'Shaughnessy.
It's more of that amped up, but with more characters.
Much
to bring
like
to the table.
the actual video game, Sonic 2 is just a bigger, better version of Sonic 1. You know?
Yeah.
So you say better.
Is it
I-
better?
It's
I
tough,
liked
right?
it. So I would. One
Sonic
of my,
1 was more of a surprise because I went into that movie thinking it was
Yeah.
not going to be as good as it was.
I think I enjoyed Sonic as of right now. Sonic 2, I think I like more than Sonic 1, but
Yeah,
okay.
for two very, very different reasons.
Yes.
So Sonic 2 did this thing right. If you've ever watched a movie, primarily a kid's film, that has either an animated creature or a CGI creature, they're human characters, and those human characters have to go away sometime.
Yeah.
But there has to be a plot reason. It can be
Right.
flimsy and see-through, but there has to be a reason for them to leave the house, leave the state, leave whatever,
Yeah.
go on a vacation. They handled why James Marsden, and I wish I knew the actress who plays his wife's character,
Oh, I should have looked
they
it up, yeah.
handled their
Tika
exit.
Sumpter?
Tika
Yes,
Sumpter.
Tika Sumpter.
James Marsden and Tika Sumpter's characters exit from the plot for a little bit very, very well. They go to Hawaii for her sister Rachel's wedding.
Yeah,
And
they tried to solve the problem that a lot of people have with like kids movies like Transformers and stuff like that, where they're bored by the human characters. They literally just sequestered them in Hawaii for a while.
But it works because
Send
it
the
builds
humans
towards
away.
something.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
there's a later part in the film where things are revealed and the wedding kind of falls apart. And what comes next is one of my favorite segments of the entire film, where it's Tika Sumpter and her sister, the character's name's Rachel. They need to...
Natasha Rothwell.
Natasha Rothwell and Tika Sumpter, they need to get back into the hotel for plot reasons. And they kind of divide and conquer, and it's just hilarious. The
Okay.
whole thing is great in this segment. Miles, aka Tails,
Tails.
comes in.
Tails.
He's adorable. I want to give him a hug and a cookie.
Well, right. So they made the wise decision, I think, to bring back Colleen O'Shaughnessy.
Who was the voice
So
in the
she
video games.
she voices she's
apparently
all
she,
these
like-
characters have been around enough that there's been multiple voice
Yeah, oh,
actresses,
yeah,
etc.
alright, yes,
but
yeah.
yeah, she is the most up to date Tails. Like
Yes.
they did not stunt cast Tails.
and
I think it was a
apparently,
good
when
choice.
she met Jim Carrey, she was like so excited. And
Oh,
like,
yeah.
was so blown away with how nice he was. She can't even remember half the conversation.
Oh,
Well, like that's like kind of
awesome.
the theme I saw, like with even like Agent Stone. Gosh, what is his name? Liam Majdoub.
Yeah. Okay.
He for the first movie, he was like his pinned tweet. I was like looking at this because he's a wholesome guy. I love his Twitter because all the people he plays Agent Stone, who is Dr. Robotnik's right hand man.
Yes.
And
Possibly
the more
lower.
right, and the more important part is that
He wants
he's an original character
Okay.
for these movies, but the fans have really latched on to him. Like somebody did fan art of like him doing pixel art with Agent Stone and Dr.
so
Robotnik, and he like
cute.
retweeted like, "This is awesome, so pumped." His pinned tweet is him on the red carpet for the Sonic 1 premiere with Jim Carrey. Like he is
awesome.
fanboying out.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the reasons why these films have worked so well is that these actors are not ashamed to be.
Yeah, no one seems to be bored, right? For how silly this movie is, no one seems to be like, "Oh God, I'm doing this Sonic movie."
Right.
You can tell sometimes.
That was an argument for obviously when the movie started to come out, they were comparing James Marsden in Hop versus James Marsden in Sonic.
Yeah.
And it was very different because apparently in Hop he was miserable.
Oh, okay.
And in Sonic he was having a good time.
Good. Yeah, and you can tell, right? Like he's no, everyone's trying at least, right?
No, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Jim Carrey, obviously, like honestly, same as the first one, MVP of this movie. Like they knew exactly what they were doing because I feel like whatever. I wasn't there when they made it, but it definitely feels like, hey Jim, just do whatever you want to do. Like do your thing, riff on the character, whatever. Who cares? And it's peak '90s Jim Carrey. Makes it very bittersweet that it sounds like this is going to be his last movie. He's saying he wants to be done.
I think they can drag him out for
That's
Sonic 3.
what I said.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Definitely.
And because I'm not saying it's not an effort, but Sonic 3 feels a little more like something you'd be willing to do versus like he's definitely not doing another Kick-Ass movie. I know that, but
so I think he's doing Dumb and Dumber 3.
Right.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
And I've never seen them because, as the name implies, they're dumb.
The first one's great.
Yeah, first one's classic.
My favorite movie.
Oh, I love the first one. No, it's not my favorite movie. No,
it was.
For a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. The biggest complaint I have with this movie, about 24 hours after seeing it, is it's about 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's really long.
Like it's 10 minutes.
We are like it's a full 2 hours. That is the absolute limit of how long it can handle a Sonic movie.
Yeah, and like for kids too, like you want an hour and a half.
And it's very easy to point out what scenes should be cut. There is a dance battle
in Siberia.
And it really, my question as it happened was, how much did they pay Bruno Mars and Mark Ronson to use Uptown Funk?
Uptown Funk.
Yeah,
okay.
Because Uptown Funk is the song that brings nations together.
Yeah.
Sonic and the Siberians.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess.
So who wrote this movie?
The same people who were.
My gosh.
Is it?
I was going to look up their names and I realized you knew already.
I already knew. Pat Casey and Josh Miller, people.
Yes. The illustrious minds behind Transylvania.
From shoving meat up someone's anus.
Wrong. Wrong. Shoving weed up someone's anus wrong.
Yes, the wrong way.
No, I'm not calling you wrong.
I saw that happen.
Just went up the butt the hard way.
Yeah.
From a weed dildo to Idris Elba as the Echidna.
Which, like, honestly,
cheers
like,
to you,
cheers
man.
to you.
Cheers to you.
There were some. It got some chuckles out of me. The not every joke lands, but some jokes, like especially with Knuckles. Like I was honestly skeptical going in with Idris Elba doing Knuckles, but I am down with Idris the Echidna. Yeah, I'm down for it going forward.
So I think we need.
I love that. That was good.
We'll close out and say that they did tease a third film, which will happen. I think it's already written in stone. And Shadow.
They already,
wow!
Did they tease Shadow already?
They teased Shadow. That's after Craig Stinger. Hold off. Can we finish the movie? We'll do the ratings. What's that?
Oh, okay. Well, are we gonna give a rating first and then we'll talk about it?
Yes, that's what I was thinking. Right. So I guess in conclusion, this is the Sonic 2 is just bigger, better Sonic 1.
But with less video game music.
Sometimes if you try to follow the narrative, it's just dumb as bricks. But
fair.
And every time I was about to check out of the movie, I'm like, okay, like I'm kind of over this. Like they had like a cute little reference to the video games, like and just seeing Tails uses Tails to do the propeller thing to hold up Sonic and carry him around. I'm like, oh, I've seen this on the big screen. Very heartwarming, and I really like it.
That's
a lot.
awesome. Yeah.
So I will give this 3 Chaos Emeralds out of 5.
Ooh, okay.
We'll give it a 3.5. Smashed wedding cake out of 5.
Okay.
All right.
So now can we talk about the end?
Yes.
All right.
The opening question to you guys: who is going to voice Shadow the Hedgehog in the next movie?
That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
So I learned something today while looking at IMDb. Jason Momoa was in consideration to play Knuckles, but had to back out due to obligations for Aquaman. And according to this IMDb trivia fact, which doesn't have any credentials backing it up, he's now in consideration for Shadow.
He'd be a good choice.
I think he would be good. I told Andre last night, not knowing the Jason Momoa component, they should get the voice actor who voices Vegeta in the American dub for Dragon Ball Z to be Shadow.
Okay.
He's on Critical Role. He's free.
Yeah, sure.
Ooh.
Is Christopher Sabat on Critical Role?
I thought you told me he was on Critical Role.
No, that's Viral. We were talking about.
Well, we should get that guy on.
Sam Riegel? You want Sam Riegel?
Sam Riegel or Christopher Sabat.
Okay.
Okay.
My pick is John Bernthal.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, he was
Okay.
saying he was telling me that last night.
Yeah.
So.
I just saw one that just made me intrigued.
For
'Cause I just Googled-
context, Claire, Shadow is literally just mean, angry Sonic. He's a
Sounds
dark
Mega
version of
Sonic.
Yeah, I have
He has a gun.
no options.
Does he?
He's a hedgehog
He
with
did
a
have
gun.
a gun.
He had a gun. I need to. Oh my god.
Gun was
Sonic the
referenced.
Hedgehog.
Sounds like
or, Shadow
sounds
the
like we
Hedgehog
need to
game?
watch the Shadow the Hedgehog intro cutscene.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
it's
that
very
where he
it
good.
needs to happen.
Is that
Yeah.
where he almost fucks a human?
No.
No, that's
That's
Sonic.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2006?
06.
Yeah.
It got real weird there.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
So I was just Googling who voices Shadow in Sonic 3, and somebody had made a YouTube video that is 35 minutes long. Why Keanu Reeves should be Shadow the Hedgehog.
Oh my god.
I would buy it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back. Like, let's fucking
Let's
go.
John Wick
Yes.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It was so obvious. How did I not think of this
I know,
before?
we're fools.
I'm not going to watch the 35-minute video,
He's
but
But you
He's-
kind of want to.
I
Yeah, you
kind of
kinda
want to.
He's
at
already-
least.
I'm
he's
color
already-
me curious.
He's
Yes.
already voicing Batman in that DC Pets movie.
It's
so
true. Is it?
That's which we saw a trailer
Wait, is
for.
it? Oh yeah, he is
He's
Batman.
But we
voicing
didn't
Batman,
see
not
him
the
in the
not the
trailer.
pets.
Because Ace was
Kevin Hart. Yeah.
Fucking A.
Ace is Kevin Hart?
Yeah.
Yeah. Notice that in
No,
the trailer.
no.
It's a lot of Kevin Hart in
no,
that trailer.
No, I'm having the realization, oh, that was Ace.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Crypto
I saw that trailer.
is The Rock.
The Rock.
The
Yeah.
Rock.
Yeah.
The rock part of that
And then I
trailer
think
was
John
fine.
Krasinski is Superman, right?
Yes,
Oh,
John
that's not
Krasinski
bad.
is Superman, and that's
Yeah.
that's a good pick.
So,
Yeah.
on the note of, before we move on, very quickly, we
Okay.
did see a number of trailers before Sonic.
What's coming?
Well, there's this movie called Family Camp that looks just
Oh my
dumb as
God.
bricks. I
Okay.
thought it was a Jesus movie, but it's not, according to Andre.
No, it
This
doesn't
family
look like it.
decides to bond and they go to this camp, but they didn't pay, so they end up in a yurt with this other family, and then then the dad of the other family gets stuck in the woods, and suddenly
Okay.
they're naked and wearing other people's clothes and shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
It looked
too.
dumb as
oh.
fuck.
Oh, I get a little taster of the
Yeah,
Wendigo.
please enjoy.
And then we also saw a
This
trailer.
much, really?
Yeah. Go
We
for it.
also saw a trailer for The Bad Guys, which
Uh.
looks quite. I like the art style for it.
I like the art style. I just
DreamWorks is Bad Guys, and then finally Nickelodeon is producing a new film, which I guess they haven't produced an animated film in quite some time. And I can't remember what it's called, but it just made me want to watch Kung Fu Panda because it's about a dog who wants to be a samurai.
Oh yeah,
And-
the last Dog Samurai is kind of the vibe that I got.
Yeah.
Right.
Once
Okay.
again, just watch Kung Fu Panda if you're
Yeah.
itching for weird
Right.
appropriation of an Asian culture.
what was the? Oh, there was
With animals.
there's a samurai movie where the main character's name is Dog, and he wants to be a samurai, and he's played by Forrest Whitaker.
Well, it can't be this movie because this one, the dog's named Hank.
This is like 2002 or something like that.
I don't know.
Well, it actually,
looking for
a lot of people say it's great because
Okay.
it's like Seven Samurais kind of thing.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
it's like a Kurosawa like tribute
it
almost.
is very loving.
Hang on, I'm looking
Sure.
it up.
Yeah.
Forrest Whitaker, IMDb. Let's go.
I think his name was Dog. That's what threw me off.
It's better
when
than
you said-
Hank, the dog who wants to be a samurai, voiced
voiced
by
by
Michael
Michael
Cera.
Cera.
I was like, Andre, is that Elijah
Yeah,
Wood
it's
or
Michael Cera.
Cera?
No, I'm like it's Michael Cera. Yeah.
Ghost Dog: The Way of the Samurai, 1999.
Okay. That's
Ghost
why I'm-
Dog.
83% on Rotten Tomato.
Ghost dog.
I've never heard of this movie.
It apparently was awesome. Ghost Dog is a contract killer, a master of his trade, who can whirl a gun at warp speed and moves through this world like a phantom, stealthy and evanescent.
It's not animated, by the way. It's live.
No, I know.
No,
That's
it's
what I'm
live
looking
action.
at. Yeah, no, we
In
had
this-
it in our head that it was like, oh, he's
No.
voicing another.
In the
okay,
spirit
got
of
it.
the samurai, he has pledged his loyalty to a small-time mobster named Louis, who saved his life many years before.
But in Sonic 2, if you were a fan of Criminal Minds, Shamar.
Shamar Moore, I saw he was
He's
in it. Yeah.
He's great.
Bro,
Yeah.
holy shit! Because the fucking plot. So this is the B plot where they're all in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Why
It's
they're there.
because
Rachel's getting married.
Tika Sumpter's sister is
Okay.
getting married, and is engaged to
Shamar Moore.
Shamar Moore.
Randall.
Yes, Randall. And this
okay.
is where we mentioned that we talked about this before, where how they tried to make James Marsden look like the schlub, like the insecure,
They're playing volleyball.
They're playing
Oh,
volleyball,
yeah.
And
this
Shamar Moore's
shirtless.
Shamar Moore is a very good person
Well,
to
he
make
is.
usually people
And
look
James
like
But
Marsden's
James
just,
Marsden's
like,
still a
wearing
a
goddamn
James
outfit,
Adonis, you know
and
what I
Yeah.
mean? But the only difference is that he has a shirt on, so you can't see his massive pecs, and so
No,
he
they
just,
can, because there's a moment where he does something with his hand and he indirectly flexes and it's
Yeah.
I see you,
Yeah, I
James
see
that.
Marsden.
Yeah, right.
We ain't coming up those
He
guns.
dives for the volleyball and he misses, but you can still see those goddamn pythons, bro. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Yeah.
So it turns
And he's like, oh, it's whatever. I don't
So
know if I can
in-
keep up with this guy. I'm just kind of a normal
in
guy.
the first movie, Rachel, the sister, really she kind of gets the short end of the stick. Sonic shows up and kind of messes with her house and possibly
Well,
destroys
they
it.
showed in the trailer, he kind of ruins the wedding too.
Yes,
what happens
because
is the
they're
wedding is not-
snowboarding down Siberia.
So the wedding's not real. It's,
Right. The
Shamar
wedding's a
Moore
fake out.
is an agent for
He's
Gun.
an agent for Gun. Did you play the Sonic Adventure games?
Yes.
So Gun
I know
is a
Gun.
thing in this
Yeah,
game, in this movie.
So that's when they drop Gun, and then he's like,
CIA,
He's-
but gun.
yeah, CIA. my God.
Guardians.
So yeah.
United
Guardians
Nations.
United.
They
Yeah.
say the acronym, and then Rachel goes, "Really, Gun?" They do the
So the
nod.
wedding is a farce,
Okay.
is a front. So my favorite part of the movie is the sisters teaming up because
Bro,
Sonic gets captured by them. She's just like, I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah.
So she's just casually chugging alcohol. She steals a golf cart. She's like, Randall, wifey's home, and
Yeah.
she's gonna be killed.
They're using all of Tails' inventions because Tails is knocked out cold.
And they don't know what
use
they do.
And they don't know what any of the gadgets do.
great.
And she threatens Randall at gunpoint with Tails' gadget.
And
Oh
she
my
doesn't
God.
know, and then
This
the
movie.
dude, the head of Gun, is I don't think that's a legit threat. And then she
She
shoots
shoots
it
a
at the
cake and it
blows it up.
vaporizes.
And
It's very good.
And then, Randall's like, it was never supposed to be this way. But then I made the
I
rookie
broke the one rule of being undercover.
And I shouted
fell
at him,
in
he
love.
fucked the bait.
Well, you didn't shout because there were kids there, but you know.
I said it, he fucked
said,
the bait.
So I fell in love, and then
He pulled Paul
Fucked the
Walker
bait.
from Fast and
he
Furious.
did.
Oh my
Pulled
God.
Paul
Oh, and there
Walker.
was a Fast and Furious reference where they're I think it was Knuckles who was something as old as time,
Oh yes, I
and
mean.
then Sonic's Vin Diesel hating The Rock.
Yeah. No, because that was Knuckles was expositing echidnas have always fought the other tribe, the Owls, that Sonic is from, and he's for centuries, and then he's like, whoa, just like Vin Diesel and The Rock, and I'm
Oh
like,
my
damn.
God.
You can tell Ben Schwartz was having fun with the dumb
Yeah.
one-liners.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and there was a John
There's a
Roberts
John Roberts
reference.
I'm sure I heard that. Yeah, but I'm sure Ben Schwartz got some time to improv that kind of
Oh,
stuff. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's what I mean. It's fun. They,
Yeah.
they knew when to
Yeah.
say, hey.
This was a cute movie
Whatever.
that whenever I have Spawn, they want to watch it, I'm not going to be. It's not
I mean,
like
it's
family
children.
camp.
Spawn.
Yeah. Don't.
That's what they call them.
Mhm.
All right,
They're abstract.
we're gonna move on.
We are moving on. Speaking of franchises that are doing just great in the theaters right now.
Making money and not
Making lots
pissing
of
off
bank.
fans.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
What is the movie we're talking about, babe?
Fantastic Beasts.
Fantastic Beasts: Secrets of Dumbledore,
Sure.
also known as Fantastic Beasts: Three Secrets of Dumbledore.
I remember when there
Why
were
did you do
Fantastic
that?
Beasts and they talk about how to find them.
Yes.
That doesn't happen anymore, dude.
So-
No, they do still find some beasts.
See, they find some beasts.
Yeah.
There's
Did
some
they?
Fantastic Beasts?
Did they tell
There,
us where
there
to
are some
find them?
fantastic beasts.
Okay.
Yeah.
How's that Jacob? My favorite character.
Jacob?
He's my favorite.
Who's
He is
Jacob?
funny.
He's the human,
Squid.
the
He's-
Muggle.
Well, he's not a muggle anymore.
Oh, Kowalski.
From-
Kowalski,
yeah.
because they call him Kowalski in this movie a lot.
Jacob. He's a
Yeah,
baker.
it's Jacob.
I know, but I just.
All right,
forgot his name.
well, guys, is this movie good?
No. I haven't seen it.
When was
You
it
haven't
say, like,
seen
you
it,
can
so
see
shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Jill, you're pulling a mic here, with the fucking Star is Born shit. Come on now. I'm keeping an open
That's
mind.
true. No, I would never said Star is Born is bad, by the way. I just said it shouldn't win an Oscar. It should be a
You
remake.
didn't like all the nose touching?
No.
Anyways,
I thought it was good. As
Okay.
a Harry Potter fan,
Have you
I thought it was
seen
good.
1 and 2?
Yes.
yes, I've seen every
It is
Harry
the
Potter
best
movie ever.
Fantastic Beasts movie.
okay, best of the three.
Mm.
I have not seen any of these movies.
Now-
on
One
the
was
record.
pretty good.
Now
It was good. You're right.
Now in a Harry Potter world, it still might be lower tier or just barely above middle tier for me. I haven't thought about it this way, but I think
is there a
probably.
Harry Potter film that's worse than it?
Yes.
Bro, Chamber of Secrets.
Whoa.
Order of the Phoenix.
Order of the Phoenix.
Order of the Phoenix is pretty
Order of the
bad.
Phoenix.
Wasn't that your favorite? No, Goblet.
Goblet is my favorite movie.
Goblet is.
I mean,
no,
Prisoner of Azkaban got like destroyed on
Yeah.
by whoever edited that film.
What?
That's
Whoa,
for sure.
whoa, whoa! What? Friendly Fire? Are you kidding me? I love that movie.
Very old man.
Very old
They
man.
never explain what the Marauders are.
I guess I'm biased because that's my favorite book. So
It's my favorite.
Yeah.
How are you okay with the movie?
I don't know. I was okay.
Anyways.
I thought it
Anyways.
looked cool. I don't know.
I say this is my favorite Fantastic Beasts movie.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's amazing, like you need to drop
Sure,
everything.
sure.
I'm
Right.
just saying, of the three, I think this is on the same level as one, maybe a little above.
Sounds like they ended on a high note.
Well, yeah, that's what we're gonna get into. They,
Yeah, I feel like this, out of the three of them, the first one was really good for me. 'Cause
Yes.
I was just, maybe
It was a
it
nice,
just
tight
good 'cause I was
concept.
Yeah.
Yes, and
Yeah.
I was just so excited to have another.
Yeah,
Harry
and then
Potter
like,
movie.
and the characters are fun because I saw the first one.
Yes.
the second one felt like Side Mission the movie.
Yeah,
Where there
I
was
just
a
like
bunch of-
forget about the second one.
Yeah, there was just a bunch of side things where they're like, we have to go here because this thing. We have to go here because of this thing.
Yeah.
And it felt that way.
My understanding was that the second one it ended up being less about the Fantastic
No.
Beasts
Yes.
and Newt Scamander, right?
It
Is that-
was-
More about
Totally.
wizard
Okay.
fascists.
Yeah.
Well, that and then like Queenie and Kowalski took the
They
Main-
ruined Queenie from
Yes.
what I know.
Yeah.
yeah
Yeah,
Queenie
Queenie
was
is
tough
not-
in the third one too.
Yeah. Well, Queenie is not the Queenie that you know from the other ones in the
Yeah.
third movie, for sure.
Yeah.
Is she still siding with Grindelwald?
Yes.
So-
She's working with him.
She's, like, working
TLDR,
with
she's
him.
on the good side in the first film. In the second film, things happen. She can't have her way, so she decides to side with the big
Well,
bad. And
She's definitely very much in
A
his
woman's
inner.
horn.
She's in his inner circle in the third
Yes.
movie.
So
Because
like
she can read minds, and so Grindelwald keeps sending her on missions, especially with
with people that like he has come visit him and like
and especially with people he doesn't necessarily trust, like the third Dumbledore brother. That being played by this leads into a discussion.
Wait, is it Ezra Miller?
you can
How much
spoil
spoil-
everything
how
for
much
me.
spoil-
It is
Yes.
Ezra Miller.
Yes.
He
So
is
you want
Aberforth's
spoils?
I don't
son.
care.
I know.
I'm never
I know
gonna
the
watch
spoiler,
any of these
I just
movies.
forgot that it was played by Ezra
Yeah.
Miller.
Do you
It's
want
Ezra-
spoilers or no?
Oh, I don't give a shit.
Okay. All right. Well, that's what we'll go into. So, the reason I wanted to bring it up, it is Ezra Miller, who is the son of the second Dumbledore brother,
Aberforth.
Aberforth. Thank you. I couldn't remember his name.
So he's Our Albus is.
He's the
Nephew?
son of a Dumbledore.
His nephew.
Hey, don't besmirch Dumbledore.
Yeah, people who haven't watched
No,
Fantastic
he's the son of a
Beasts-
Dumbledore.
Well, you know, like
His sister?
He's a bastard.
Okay, Dumbledore. I
yeah.
gotcha.
Harry Potter
Yeah.
fans, you obviously know Aberforth if you've watched like the later of the Harry Potter movies because he has like a bar and keep, I guess.
Yeah, he's
and-
important in books 7 and 6.
And he-
Yes, and
yeah.
Hogsmeade, and he has a tunnel to and from,
Wasn't
and
he
the
also
picture
gave,
of
like,
Georgiana, blah blah blah.
Wasn't he gave the core three their gifts as well from Albus? Like the Beetle the Bard
The
and
Snitch.
the Snitch.
And
Yes.
the
He's
Lighter.
who
Yeah.
Harry kept seeing in the mirror. He thought it was Dumbledore.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Blah, blah,
okay.
blah.
Got it. Got
You know,
it.
In
Yeah.
6.
Yes.
you
yes,
learn that that's his brother.
And
whole,
there was
like,
a sister
the
who died.
What you learn kind of more about how she died in this movie.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is, I mean, it's not like pivotal, but it's very interesting.
Because it is Albus's fault.
So she
Pretty
died.
much.
She was an Obscura,
And
which is what Ezra Miller is.
Yes.
His character
Credence.
is.
Credence, yes. So,
Anyways.
this brings up the point, though, that I had about this movie that's not really about this movie.
How many actors are no longer associated with it?
No.
No, good point, but no.
Good point. So, Ezra Miller, as we sit here now,
Having a bit of a hard time.
he got arrested twice.
Just a tit of a hard time.
So far, twice.
I don't want to be that guy, but Ezra Miller's preferred pronouns are they, them.
I know. They are having a bit of a hard time.
Yeah.
So, they, them, has been arrested twice. They were also called 7 times in the last 3 weeks to the police.
Right.
They are having a very hard time.
Yes.
Not a good look for them.
So, my question is this. What is his celebrity level?
They.
What is their celebrity level? Do they face consequences for their actions, or are they going to be able to get off with it? And the reason I bring this up is somebody like Alec Baldwin, for example.
Sure.
This whole thing happened with Rust, where
Yep.
he killed someone. But
Well-
it feels like Alec Baldwin. I have this sickening feeling in my gut that he's going to get off with it.
Yes.
Or
Even though-
like community
well,
service slap
that's
on
a
the
little-
wrist.
Even
for
though
sure.
that's a
considering
little-
how much involvement he had with the behind the scenes.
Yes.
I would say that's a much more complicated situation.
Yeah.
Right. Given that it was a prop on a set, et cetera, et cetera, et
But
cetera.
the set he ran.
Yeah, absolutely. No. I'm not saying
he was
that.
apparently goofing around when this happened.
Sure. Okay, but I'm saying there's
guess
more.
it's a
There's
very
shade.
I guess he's
very different situation.
Yes.
I'm not. This is not a
Yes,
court.
but
you
I
know,
think
I'm not-
Mike is saying at the very basic level, like if you
What's
take
gonna
all the
happen.
extra stuff
Away.
out of it.
I think Alec Baldwin will not make another movie for quite some time.
Right.
Probably.
I think
But
Ezra-
he'll still get to make one.
He will
Sure.
eventually make another
Yes.
film.
Yes.
I-
Ezra Miller
I
has
think
been
Ezra Miller's-
arrested. They've been.
And we know that
they've committed
Warner-
assault. You know what I mean?
multiple times,
times.
in
Yeah.
a short
And,
amount of time.
Right.
I'm pretty sure I
There,
read
there's
somewhere-
clear malice with Ezra
Which
Miller's
also
actions.
begs the question of, you know,
It's-
this is just a short amount of time that this has happened, so like we don't know what's going on in
Yeah.
their
Right.
life.
They are
Right.
having a hard
cause
time.
it. So yeah, it sounds like they're having a hard time. But it also begs the question, like, have they gotten away with a lot more, like
Possibly.
in
Sure.
LA or wherever they
Right.
live?
So
It's just they're in Hawaii, so it's
what
a little different.
I don't think Ezra Miller's untouchable in this situation.
No,
Okay.
I read
Like,
That-
I don't,
that was
I don't,
my-
I don't
yeah.
think. I think there will be consequences. I do
Yeah.
not think. I think Flashpoint's going to come out.
It has to.
You know,
It has
I think
it's
it's
already
just going to be
filmed.
released and just
And
like
that's
thrown
it.
to the wolves.
Yeah.
That's what I was
And
gonna
they know
say.
it.
And
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
it's
what
done.
what I was gonna say is
But I don't think
remember,
they're going to get signed on for a
No.
franchise deal.
What I
for
remember
anything
getting
anymore.
reading was that Warner Brothers had emergency meetings essentially about the first arrest for Ezra
And
Miller
especially now the
and
second.
now the
Yeah.
second.
Yeah.
And basically what Andre just said, Flashpoint will come out because it is filmed and they cannot hold this film back for much
Right.
longer. Otherwise, the risk of irrelevancy is there. And they will quietly replace Ezra Miller with somebody else. I know the fans really want the TV series.
Grant Gustin.
Yeah, the
Grant
TV
Gustin,
series.
yeah.
Flash
And I was going to
Gustin.
say, quick aside, because we're running over.
We are
What's his name? I'm gonna look
Grant
him up.
Gustin.
TV Flash.
On the Flash.
Got it.
Like
Yes, no, Grant Gustin should be the Flash.
Oh yeah.
Sure, why not? I don't care.
It's a logical option.
It's
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's a fine actor, I guess, but like the CW shows are not a good barometer
They
for
could-
quality,
no,
in my
it's
opinion.
Not, but there's a way that they could add. They could do some post production
But
edits.
also,
and put it in.
also, seventh sidebar. Didn't they just like? Isn't there like rumors that like DC wants to or Warner Brothers rather, I guess, wants to totally overhaul DC? Like they
Yeah.
want
They
they
get
want
a
they
Kevin
want a
Feige
white.
type to
Yeah.
rein it all in.
That's the they were like, oh, they're looking for a Kevin Feige type person. I'm like, okay, great. Like that's like saying I want a Steph Curry type person for my basketball team. Great,
Right.
sure, I'm sure everyone does.
That's
but,
great. Yeah, but how are you going to get it? Yeah.
I think DC needs. I think Warner Brothers just needs to let go of a DC cinematic universe, and I know with that press release that Andre's referring to, they said they want to focus more on films like The Joker, which are like intentionally standalone.
Right.
But
Okay.
how many of those can they make before they're like?
The key
"Ooh,
part is they
ooh."
want to
Yeah.
they want to revitalize key characters like Superman. I'm very excited by that. I hope that they do.
I'm still hoping for a black Superman.
Sure.
Michael B.
Whatever.
Jordan.
Yeah, but we do
Dude,
whatever.
yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's,
I want. It doesn't matter what doesn't matter who plays him. I
No.
want a Superman that's optimistic about humanity. That's
Yeah.
what I
Yeah,
want.
the guy
Yes.
from Bridgerton, Reggie something or other.
Roger Jean Page.
Yeah,
Yeah.
put him in the Superman.
Yeah.
His sexy fine
All right.
face.
Back to Fantastic
Sorry, we were
Beasts.
talking about Harry Potter, weren't we?
Yes, we were. We got to get back to it just so we can finish the episode. We
Sure.
are not going to do Cash or Trash at this
Okay.
point. I'm telling you guys right now.
We've been
'cause
rambling.
We are at over an hour.
Woo!
And we also have dinner reservations sometime in the near future.
We do.
At 8.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just
Anyways.
letting you know.
I thought it was good as a fan of the Harry Potter series, but
It
I
got a
will
lot
say,
more political, too.
it's a lot more political. It is dark,
So
but
this is-
all the movies have been
It's
dark
supposed to
for a
make
while.
fun.
So
They have
that's
been,
not,
yeah.
That's not a
Yes.
new
So
thing.
this is like a preamble to World War II, right? Or
Yes,
something?
it's like right around the time of World War
Okay,
II. And you can
got it.
definitely see echoes of that in the movie with...
So you know what? I forgot about that, and now that you say that, even
Yeah.
more so,
Yeah,
I see it.
Because
Yeah.
it's like the 30s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like 30s, like edging on 40s. And you can definitely, like, there are scenes where you're like, yep, they're in Germany, they're at, like, dinners and stuff.
Well,
and it's
that's
definitely,
why-
like, Third Reich-ish.
That's why Grindelwald is doing what he's doing, is because he knows about what's coming.
Okay.
He
Yeah.
wants to stop World War II by
Oh.
doing his own version of it.
He wants to start a war between Muggles and wizards.
Oh, so he wants to
wizards
commit-
reign
he wants to
supreme.
and he
commit-
wants to destroy the Muggle world.
Yeah, he wants to destroy
So
them.
he wants
He's
to
a
commit
racist.
Muggle.
Yes.
He wants to commit Muggle genocide.
Yes.
To prevent.
Yes, he
Just
wants the
stop
wizard to
Muggle
reign
genocide.
supreme.
Correct.
And is I mean, okay, yeah, all right.
Yeah, and so that's the whole thing. In this particular movie, there are two people that are up for the director of the Ministry of Magic.
Mm-hmm.
And Grindelwald becomes the third runner
Yep,
in
yep.
this race.
That's very German history right
Oh.
there.
And
Yeah.
that's, well...
Yeah, because he was like magically, he was like, you know, I don't know, released from all of
So,
his
he was-
skepticism.
But this is
and, like,
this is who Mads Mikkelsen is playing, right?
Yes.
So he's brought up-
Formerly
okay.
He's
played
recused-
by Colin Farrell
and Johnny Depp.
And Johnny Depp.
Depp.
He's been recused of all of his crimes.
Yes.
Uh.
Words are hard. That's right.
And that was the launching point.
How
where
is
he said-
Mads in this? I like Mads
Great.
a
I'm
lot.
gonna ask
Yeah.
you how
Great.
is
He is
Okay.
like the perfect evil person.
Sure.
Literally, I have reimagined every villain at this point as Mads Mikkelsen.
Dude,
Because-
he's-
I want to see an
He'd be
image
great.
of Mads Mikkelsen smiling because I cannot imagine it in my
Watch
brain.
Hannibal. He smiles
Yeah,
a lot.
he smiles a lot.
He's
Hannibal.
creepy.
I did
yeah.
watch that.
Bro, there was a teaser trailer for Death Stranding where he smiles creepily, villainously,
Creepily,
but he smiles there.
He
Do
smiles
you
at
think they'll make the other? So with the Fantastic Beasts, they were supposed to have 5 films.
Yes.
Do you
The
think
Secrets
there'll
of
be other-
Dumbledore is not coming.
Yeah, I feel like
Dumbledore.
Mike and I were talking about before we even went and saw
Come
this
on,
movie.
This is the
Like,
end.
there was like talk of like, oh, it could be a big cliffhanger because what if another movie's not made? I think that they wrapped up this movie very well, so that if it happens to be the last movie
It's okay.
for a while, it
It's
ends
fine.
It
It's
ends-
not a
that-
big
That's what I heard
cliffhanger.
that they went
Yeah.
out the way
But
to
they could
tie up the loose ends.
yeah, but they could easily
Do it.
have another movie if they need.
The
I do
rumors
have-
are that Warner Brothers is waiting and seeing how this movie performs.
Yeah, I think
So-
they probably will.
Well, and it's
Yeah.
the worst opening for a Harry Potter
Yeah.
movie ever.
But
Well,
I-
Sonic 2 beat it out.
Yeah.
You know, on its second weekend when
and
it came
so,
out.
fully, I'm expecting it's over.
yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
It's-
Not the Wizarding World,
No
No.
way.
God,
but the
no.
Fantastic
They're probably.
Beasts.
I've heard discussion that
Bro.
they're what they're eventually. They're going to wait some
So-
time and they're going to do some.
We're
curse
gonna get a,
chops
we're
and
gonna
all
get a
stuff.
Bellatrix Lestrange.
We are right,
origin
and
story.
so I mean, like, first off, like they're coming out with Hogwarts Legacy, that the
The video
prequel video
game.
game is going to come out. I honestly think that's going to do huge.
Yeah,
Like,
it's going to do very well. It's going to set. It's set in the 1800s.
early 1900s.
And that brings it back. Like,
Yeah,
you
and
know.
it's,
And that's-
it's
and
going to
that's
set
what
up
you-
whatever the next movie is.
Well, even if it doesn't, right? Like that's like what you want out of a Harry Potter game. It's like, oh, open world Harry Potter, like or open world Hogwarts game. Do whatever, like
Yeah.
you know, go to classes.
People love
do that.
Hogwarts.
People love
So,
Hogwarts.
Yeah.
I have
Exactly,
a
you
question
nailed
and a
it.
comment.
'Kay.
So the comment I have is one with Harry, with whatever the future of the Wizarding World is, they need to let. It's similar to the Star Wars. They need to let go of Harry Potter. I don't
Yes.
care about any of the connective tissue that brings us to Harry Potter.
I don't
Yeah.
need Dumbledore.
I don't need-
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
right. Well,
need any
it's very
of that
telling
connective
that
tissue.
it's very telling that A, this movie is called Secrets of Dumbledore, and B, all of the marketing that I've seen is a clip of Dumbledore, like
Played
from
by
the.
Jude Law.
Well, no, not even. Well, yes, but the commercial is like a clip from the old movies, and it's just like, oh, well, it's a quote about memories or something like that, and it
Yeah.
shows old Dumbledore looking back at Jude Law, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, like Newt isn't even in this promo.
Well, so that's my
And-
question. Not Newt. Is Trina in this?
Trina
Queenie's
was
sister.
no.
Like for
She
less
got
than 5 minutes.
So that actress got
Sam Waterston's daughter, like Law and Order.
Sam
Oh.
Waterston.
Dun, dun.
I know who that is,
Dun, dun.
but what's the
Oh,
actress'
that Law and
name?
Order. I was
Yeah.
thinking of another
The-
Law and
the-
Order.
OG.
Something Waterston.
Lady Waterston.
Lady Waterston. I'll get it.
She so prior to the film coming out, a lot of Harry Potter eagle-eyed fans were like, "Wait a minute," because she's very important in the first film. That's like kind
Yeah.
of how what brings it all
Yeah.
together.
For you. Yep.
And since J.K. Rowling came out with her
Catherine
stances,
Waterston.
since J.K. Rowling came out with her stances, Catherine Waterston has progressively tried to separate
Yeah.
herself.
Well, I think that kind of blindsided a lot of people that were working on
Oh, yeah.
various Harry Potter
Oh, it
projects.
blindsided the fandom.
So well,
Well, and-
absolutely. Well, and I want to call it real quick that like the Harry Potter or the Hogwarts
Death
Legacy
of
devs, they've purposely whatever. I'm capitulating here, I
J.K.'s
guess.
always gonna get money, but
They made it so that you can be whatever gender you want in Hogwarts Legacy. You can have whatever. They've made a point to say during character creation, Gender is not a factor.
And what I see here is she's going to get money no matter what
Yeah, she
happens
is.
of the next Wizarding World movie.
Yeah.
But she's no longer going to be connected.
No, I think that
And
the
not gonna
studio
have
is
her
not
write
going to
it.
have her write anything.
Yeah, and that's the only reason she still was on this one is because she still wrote Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah.
So you had to have her
And
included.
contract obligations were existing.
Exactly.
Well, right. I think she was signed on for 5 movies, right?
So yeah, exactly.
So-
So she may still get 2 movies somewhere in there.
But
that-
I can't really imagine. To be honest, I really can't.
But
yeah.
even that, I mean, I think even she would walk away at this point.
Mm.
Because she just gets money.
Or-
Yeah.
Now she can just get money
And
from the
she-
property without doing
It's
shit.
just
And she will.
Yeah,
Except keep opening her mouth and saying horrible things.
she shouldn't.
all I'm
Death
gonna
of the author.
No, exactly.
Oh,
And this
yeah.
is why my favorite book series is their author's dead.
Yeah.
Jake, I love you, Tolkien, but I'm happy you're
It's
in the
very.
grave.
It's yeah. Well, right.
How many women are in Lord of the Rings?
Yeah. All I'm gonna say. Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
like I'm a
it's,
huge Lovecraft fan, but I hate
Oh
Lovecraft.
God! Well, Lovecraft is
Exactly.
much more obvious, but like it's
Yeah.
it's a blessing that Tolkien never had a Twitter account, and that's what we'll say, right?
Blessing Lovecraft never did either.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. I think if they're gonna make another Harry Potter movie, they're gonna bring one of the core 3 back. I think I know Daniel Radcliffe said he's done, but like you bring back Hermione, you bring back.
But
I
I
think
feel
Emma
like they're
Watson's
kind
back
of
too.
done
Grant, I think,
too.
is down.
I
Rupert
don't
Grint
know.
would be down. I
Did
think.
you
Emma
see the
Watson's
return-
not gonna
Did
come
you
back. Or
see
Draco,
the Return
whatever.
to Hogwarts, like that special?
No.
I watched it, and I kind of feel. I mean, because Rupert Grint has that whatever that Apple TV, the Servant.
Severance?
Severance?
No,
Whatever.
Servant.
He's
No,
not
Servant is-
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
I
Servant.
was
Servant.
like, wait, what?
There's Severance and there's Servant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got like his own thing going
Good.
on.
Last
and,
time
like,
I heard
just
about
feel like-
Rupert Grint, he had an ice cream truck.
You know
right,
what
like I
Servant
feel
is,
like
though?
they're not really
What is
gonna
that?
come back.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh.
Phenomena. Did you see Old?
Yes.
Was it good?
No.
Okay.
Great.
No. It's,
So whatever. The
Yeah.
core 3 are doing their own things right now. You're
Yeah.
skeptical.
And
Yeah, I don't think that they'll come
Daniel
back.
Radcliffe and Emma Watson
I-
have
I
on
think-
record
I
said
think-
they would not come back.
Yeah.
yes.
Well, right, but I think that if
Yeah.
I'm the studio, I'm going to try to find a way to bring it back to Hogwarts and bring it back
Yeah, they're
to.
gonna do cursed child
Well, this
shit.
is why I
Oh, this
said-
person is Harry's. Well,
They're
what
gonna
are they
do cursed child bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, this is
Oh,
why I
and
said
Chris
we're going to
Child.
get Bellatrix Lestrange origin story.
That.
Nobody. But we didn't need Cruella either, and
Yeah,
Cruella
need Cruella.
outperformed everything.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
Cruella had like 60 years on Bellatrix.
I don't think. Yeah, you're right. I don't think the Wizarding world is done nearly.
No,
no, not for sure.
But I
Harry
think the
Potter will
Fantastic Beasts are
continue to be a thing in some either film or TV series.
Well, think
format.
about it. If they
Yeah.
recreate it, like people like our age, like we grew up in the age of Harry Potter. Like I grew up in the age of Harry Potter. I was very into it.
We're the
So
first
like whenever we
generation
have
Harry
kids,
Potter.
I'm like, oh, we should go see this. Yeah, you'll love this. Like I would want to bring
Whatever
them.
the Harry
yeah,
Potter
whatever it is. Like I'm still
next
always
thing.
going to be interested and want to see it.
I also do
Yeah.
not think we'll ever see a remake of the original Harry Potter
No.
And there
unless they
shouldn't
turn it
be
into
one.
a miniseries. There should not be.
There shouldn't be.
They did it as well as they could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
though it kicked off the trend of part ones and part twos.
It did. That's funny.
Fuck
I mean,
you,
like
Harry Potter for that, but
Harry Potter did that, and then Twilight did it,
kind
and
of
then
had to do it
and
though.
then it
Hunger
stopped for a
Games.
while.
Hunger
Oh no,
Games
Hunger
did.
Games, right?
Hunger
Hunger
Games.
Games.
And
Hunger
then
Games.
Divergent tried
And
to do it.
Maze Runner.
Maze Runner did it, and then that's what kind of killed it. And
No,
then Dune,
Divergent kicked the bucket on it.
Yeah.
Divergent
Yeah.
did.
and
yeah.
then Dune brought it back, baby.
Classy.
I
Classy,
am.
that
Let's
Dune.
go, Dune 2023 Part 2.
Which
Let's
didn't
go.
even market itself as a part
Well, right,
one.
because that's very telling that Warner Brothers decided not to market it as Part 1 because I think they knew, like, if we say this is Dune Part 1, no one's gonna fucking watch this movie.
Anyway,
Anyways,
getting away from Harry Potter.
it
what are
is
your
indeed.
ratings?
What is what do you guys think? Give it slap a rating on it.
All right, I'm interested in your
Is
number
there a
before
niffler
mine.
in this thing?
Huh?
Niffler? The little porcupine?
Yeah.
thing that, like,
Oh, yeah,
shiny
yeah.
Shit? There's
Yeah.
always one of those.
Oh,
Niffler,
great.
Niffler does not go away, and the
Automatic.
The
little,
niffler's
Automatic
like the
hat.
minion.
and the
Automatic
little
half
tree
star.
thing.
Harry
The little
Potter
tree
Oh,
thing.
the tree
Little
thing's
baby Groot.
back.
Both of those are. If they make another
They're
one,
iconic to this
if they make another
franchise.
one, they will still be front and center.
No.
Those two were in every movie front and center.
May Eddie Remain finally move on from this?
Yes.
I
Unfortunate.
actually no, I'm
cul-de-sac
with
of
you
his
on that
career.
because I kind of.
And he's done a lot. I mean, think
Yeah,
about,
he was
like,
the best part of Jupiter Rising.
Well, and
Ascending?
like I think back to like
Jupiter
Les
Bad.
Miserables. He was
Yeah,
in
whatever
that.
it was.
No, it's Jupiter Ascending, but
It is Jupiter Ascending. No, Jupiter Bad. I'm with
Anyways,
you on
I
that.
give it 3
wow.
suitcases.
3. Okay, I have a 3.5.
Ooh, is Newt
Okay.
Commander's brother hot?
Yes.
Cool.
And he has more screen time in this movie.
Yes.
I give it 2 out of 5 hot brothers without having seen it.
Damn.
My
Thanks,
thing is,
Jill,
so-
for your expert opinion.
But I'm with
Chug a
you.
lug, my friend.
Yeah.
I am with you on Eddie Redmayne needs to get past this.
Yeah.
And not because of anything. Like,
He
he's
deserves
still
better.
He's still great.
Yeah.
Newt Scamander was pushed to the side.
Yes.
Right.
He
Yeah.
does a very
Well,
good
I
His
like
Newt
Newt.
Scamander is
I'm
very
like,
good.
Having not
I
seen
liked-
any of these
he's great
movies,
in the
the
first
reason
one.
I have
Yeah.
a chip on my shoulder is I'm mad about Newt Scamander. Like,
Yeah.
like the fact that the second one came out and it's like, oh, he's barely like he's in it, but like, he's,
Well, and that's what I'm saying too. His Newt Scamander is amazing.
He's
Sure.
great.
If
But
it's
the
actually-
charter
yeah.
of Newt Scamander,
gets pushed to the side.
He's
Yeah.
not the
Success.
hero. He's
Well, like,
not the
and
hero
if I-
of his story.
And like,
Yeah.
and like when they were originally pitching this idea of like we're gonna do 5 movies of this thing, like, oh, that's really cool. Like we're
Lots
gonna
of-
Yeah.
see a whole entire side. Like, yes, like I remember the book from the Fantastic Beasts of Where to Find Them book from, I think, was it Chamber of Secrets or whatever the
Whatever
book
it
that was
is,
chomping
yeah.
at him. Like,
Yeah.
oh, that's a fun little tangent.
yeah.
You know, that's fun.
I think it's
I'm
the
interested
third
in
book.
finding out how that book was made, right?
Well, and that's my
then
thing,
the
too,
second
is-
movie came out, it was like, oh, Dumbledore is back in, and I'm like,
And I wish they
but-
would have done more like animal stuff because
Sure.
like the
Where are
animals
the
were
beasts?
fun. Yeah,
I want magical Harry Potter Pokemon, man.
yeah, pretty much.
Gotta catch
Shit.
them all.
Yeah,
Gotta pet them all.
Ain't that hard?
we're gonna get Ryan Reynolds voicing Niffler.
No, make him like what's in the third book? It's not a Hufflepuff. It's the thing. What that
Badger?
Bucky.
What?
Oh, what?
Well, what?
Bucky?
Julian.
Buckbeak.
Buckbeak,
Oh,
a
Buckbeak.
griffin.
You're a
No,
griffin.
he's a hippogriff.
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 That's why I
You're
said
right.
Hufflepuff. Get Hufflepuff.
Hippogriff.
I want a badger.
I want to get a badger.
Badger, 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 badger,
Hippogriff.
mushroom, mushroom.
Did you guys know?
We have
if you remember the
devolved.
4th movie, they had the Yule Ball. They had the dance like a hippogriff song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That song rocked.
Okay.
Cool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We're gonna
I
Hopefully
love
you can-
Goblet of Fire,
hopefully-
so I'm all for it.
Hopefully
I'm
you
gonna
can
play it
do that
once.
dance in
Alright.
Hogwarts Legacy.
Okay, go ahead. Open the amber.
Do you think it's safe to dance?
Anyways, R.I.P. the Fantastic Beasts franchise, most likely.
And R.I.P. Credence.
I
Spoilers.
R.I.P.
Spoilers.
that person.
I would say
Flash.
boy bye, but
Wait, he
them
dies?
bye? I don't know.
He is assumed
It's
to have died.
ambiguous.
And
Yes.
also,
ambiguous.
given the real world events, come on, what? Are
I
you
mean-
kidding
But
me?
he actually really wasn't in the movie a lot.
I'm
So
actually
important in the
no.
second movie.
I know. And I'm very,
But
very
he really
happy.
isn't in the third movie a lot. And I don't know if that was like
Retroactive?
yes,
Yeah.
like if they went and cut him out a bunch.
I
or
don't
if it's
think
just
so.
storyline.
Because all this
I don't know
drama
how long
is
it takes to
opening
go
up
from
way
lock and
after they
load
start
to, like,
filming
order.
it,
I
right?
think
Back
they
and
literally
forth.
they ran out of ideas with him.
Yeah.
And then when they
Well,
got
yeah, because they did the second movie, he like blew up, and then
Yeah.
it was like, okay, that's it. He blows up, and then what else?
Wait,
Yeah.
as in blows up, as in it's revealed, or like no, he
Like
literally
he's in
blows up?
Obscura, and he gets mad, and then he like it's all like cloudy, and
Literally
like
he blows up a
ah.
house.
Yeah.
Literally
Yeah.
blows up. Okay.
Well, and
I remember
he
when he
finds
blows
out
up his mom in the first one.
Yeah.
right, and he finds out he's a Dumbledore and gets pissed at Dumbledore because he's like, "Why don't they love me?"
Yeah.
Rah!
Aw.
Yeah.
Maybe that's Ezra Miller acting out.
I was about to say,
Maybe.
Ezra
Well,
Miller.
maybe.
Ezra Miller has darkness in their hearts.
Well,
That's
and
all I can
what
say.
I think what happened
Great
is
bone
they,
structure though.
Sure.
Really
Yeah.
nice.
Good looking.
structure.
Good looking.
Looks good in a dress.
Yep.
Looks good in pants.
Never seen.
well,
him
what
in
I
a
was
dress.
gonna say was the thing with Ezra Miller is I think they ran out of things to do with them,
Fair.
Sure.
and
I think he's not the only character in that series to have had that happen.
they brought in
Agreed.
Dumbledore,
Agreed.
which is Jude Law, who outshines him in my opinion. And then they had
Yeah.
Mads Mikkelsen,
It's
and they were
Jude
like,
Law.
"We need to make Mads Mikkelsen the star because
It's
it's
Mads
Mads
Mikkelsen."
Mikkelsen."
Well, I just think what else could they do with his with Credence's character?
should've
Because
saved
the whole
it.
second movie was about him, and
This
the third
movie was about getting him back to the
It is about
Dumbledores.
him, but it's really not. It's about
So,
the other
you know-
Dumbledores and like the bigger story arc of Mads Mikkelsen and Grindelwald.
You know how we were talking about Warner Brothers wanting to restructure the Justice League, like all of the DC stuff? It's almost like with Harry Potter, they blew that reveal way too early. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know where that came. Like why they
I
decided
think
to
you
do it
got- I
that
think-
soon. If they were thinking, okay, we said we'd make 5, but we're gonna do it film by film.
Yeah,
They
I
should
think-
have
I think
made
with-
this movie the movie where they're like, I
you're a
don't know.
Dumbledore.
You're a Dumbledore.
Yeah, but like also like brought the way that I see it, he should have been like less obscura-y in the second one, and maybe more so in the third one, because I think it would fit with the vibe of the movie, because it's dark.
It's very
Everybody's
dark.
mad.
Sure.
They're trying to
I
take
think it's
over, start a
revealing
war.
that they just don't have a roadmap.
I think.
for
I
it.
think you.
They didn't
right.
script this
Yeah,
out. They
very
did
did
not
not.
script it out.
So I think
No.
if you're Warner Brothers, you take some time. you step away from the Wizarding World for a little bit.
In
I'm talking
any
like
franchise-
3 or 4
and
years.
any franchise you have your hands
Right.
on.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
sure.
Sounds like.
But like, let the dust settle a little bit with all this stuff around it, right?
Okay.
And maybe just like start with small scale, like do like a prestige television show. Start,
We're good. You guys are getting mad at me. I'm looking at the date. This
Oh
is
my God.
April 22nd, 2022.
Happy Earth
Yeah.
Day.
Happy
I'm
Earth
talking.
Day.
I'm talking like 2025. Say, hey, whatever streaming service that
Well,
Warner Brothers has money in.
HBO.
Ready?
Here's this-
HBO,
HBO.
so-
Yeah.
I've got a prediction.
What?
October 2026.
Yep.
The next Wizarding World movie comes out.
But it's
So this is
not
you're.
Fantastic Beasts.
It's
Okay.
not Fantastic Beasts.
Finish your pitch.
I'm saying this is where it comes.
Voldemort's daughter.
You can put it in your calendars. October 2026
Yep.
is when I say the next Wizarding World movie comes out.
Okay, so I would say in October 2025,
Okay, that
we
would
get
be petty.
we get our.
I didn't know you had a small penis.
Excuse me.
Wait,
It's just
so
my
are you
opinion.
going to say in 2025 we're going to get the trailer and then in
We are going.
2026?
No. We are going to get exclusive to HBO Max. Miniseries for the Wizarding World. I'm not going to say maybe the Augurs. Like
I already call bullshit.
do what?
We already went through the HBO app, the HBO Go app, the HBO Max app. It's going to be called HBO Play or
It's going to
something
be.
like that.
You know what? You're
HBO
exactly
my money.
right. You're
Bullshit.
exactly right. You're exactly right. It's
HBO
gonna
my
be.
money, daddy.
It's gonna
Yeah,
be.
right.
It's gonna be. It's just gonna be HBO Plus. Like let's be
Yeah,
real. Like,
right.
it'll be HBO Plus, like everybody else is trying to do.
Yep.
And it'll be like the Augurs, like Wizarding Crime
It's gonna.
miniseries.
So my prediction is.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm ready for the, what is it? Oh, shoot. What's his name? Fuck. David Tennant. Barty.
Crouch.
Barty Crouch. The Barty Crouch story.
Whatever.
Barty Crouch
I don't know.
Chronicles.
This
The Barty
this,
Crouch
this series
Chronicles.
isn't gonna die. It's
No,
How
fine.
does he become a Death Eater?
Harry Potter is fine. It's totally. It's not going away. My prediction, if we're gonna really go this route, is the next Harry Potter Wizarding World production will somehow or another find a way to skirt around the fact that the main three will not come back. Except
Sure.
maybe Rupert Grint, and they'll do a Cursed Child
Yeah.
series
Sure.
adaptation.
Probably.
Either way, this series makes too much money to.
No, yeah,
They're not gonna
Well, that's
stop.
Yeah.
that's also
Gonna
the fourth movie of the J.K. Rowling 5 movies guaranteed.
There you go.
So, because
to make a Cursed Child.
can make a cursed child.
I don't need to see
It'll
that
be-
fanfic.
it'll be
being
cursed
put
indeed.
to screen.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, we gotta close out.
We got it.
We gotta. All right.
Thanks for including me.
Did
And
you
Of course.
Yeah.
It was lovely to
You
have
guys
you.
did do ratings, yes, 3.
Yeah,
And I said 3.5.
3.5.
I'll go 3.5. Scorpion spiders. I love those things. Those things were cool. Yeah.
And
Or
I'll-
crab scorpions. That's what they were. They're crab scorpions.
And I'll give it a trans rights or humans rights out of 5. That's my rating.
Okay.
And I'll get Ezra Miller some help. I think they need it.
Yes.
Did you see it?
No, I just
Oh.
didn't
Jumping
want
on.
I was like, then why are you not?
We're
doing
getting
it?
on
I didn't.
We're getting on the broomstick.
Come
I
on,
just-
join in. Join in.
I didn't want to.
Do the crab
I'm crabbing.
scorpion.
I'm
There's the
crabbing.
dance.
I'm crabbing.
We're dancing.
All right, that'll do it for Game for a Movie, where we ask, "Are you game for a movie?" We're all crab scorpion.
Thanks for having me,
I've been
Of
Mike.
course.
I've been joined by.
Jill.
Andre.
Claire.
We'll see you next time on Game for a Movie.
Bye.
Hello. Bye.